Welcome, everyone, to tonight's premiere night for 2014 for gener8tor. You know, I'm asked many times, what is gener8tor? And one simple line is, it's people. My name is Dan Armbrust, and I'm one of the co-founders of gener8tor. And I want to tell you just for a second about some of the people, some of the mentors that we have, as well as some of the angel investors and the companies that actually you're going to be seeing tonight. That's what this is all about. When we started out on this venture, it was 12 weeks ago, and we had over 380 companies actually, about what we have in the group tonight, that actually applied for only 5 spots. And we narrowed that down from 380 to 5. And some of their stories are so inspirational, it keeps me coming back for more, and that's why I love doing this. One of the companies is relocating from Mexico. I wonder how many of us would take that opportunity and grasp it and say, okay, I'm going to move to Wisconsin. I'm going to take a chance on this idea and actually do that. And yes, they were here for the winter. So you know they're dedicated if they were here for this winter. My goodness. Another one of the teams tonight that you're going to be talking with is solving, a century-old debate. What's the best way to do something? And I think they've got the solution for it, and you're going to hear about them tonight. Another company is comprised of an MIT grad who actually has a robotics background and a Harvard dropout. It's harder to get into our class here at gener8tor than to an Ivy League school. And they're willing to be committed enough to their idea and to what they're passionate about to be here tonight to share with us. One of the other teams, he really convinced me when he said, I'm going to cash in my 401k because I believe in this opportunity and I'm all in. And I said, I'm there with you. And so did some other investors in this room, and I appreciate that, and so do they. And last but not least, this is the first time this happened to us. One of our companies actually had an offer to be purchased before they got through the whole class. Yeah. I'm happy to say that that happened. I'm even happier to say that they chose not to take that offer and to see this through. So I'm really proud of them as well. Again, the people, the families that support us, the community that supports us, we thank everyone. Certainly from our perspective, there's been one group that's been very involved with us, and we really appreciate all of their efforts. And I think that any of the corporations that are in the audience tonight would learn a thing or two from following their example. That's American Family. American Family has been a supporter and underwriter of gener8tor from the start, and I really appreciate that. Not only are they an underwriter, they're an investor and they're a customer as well. And I'd like to introduce you to the person that's kind of spearheaded that part of their business for them, Mr. Dan Reed.
All right, good evening. Notwithstanding the weather tonight and the endless winter we've all been sharing here, tonight is the kind of night that makes me really happy to live in Wisconsin. It makes me reflect on the spirit that we have here. It makes me think about last weekend when my daughter Emily told me that she was about to have a heart attack watching the Badgers game. And I love what's happening with our startup community. We have new investors, we have new companies, we have support from the state now. We have, each one of these entrepreneurial events keeps getting bigger and bigger. But the thing that gets me really excited about what's growing here in Wisconsin is the success and the growth of this gener8tor program. The gener8tor leaders, to me, are just Wisconsin to the core. I don't think they'd belong anywhere other than here. And I travel around enough to know that I'm glad that they're here building this in Wisconsin for all of us. They work their tails off, and they do it without expectations of glory or any sort of fame. And in fact, they only come out about twice a year. And when they do, they make it about the entrepreneurs, not about themselves. But what I want to say here tonight, before we get into the entrepreneurs, is just how grateful I am and how grateful American Family is to be a small part of this gener8tor story. In just 2 years, they've moved themselves to a top 10 accelerator in the country, according to Forbes magazine. And now, yep. And now they just need to move into the final four. So please join me in a quick round of applause for the gener8tor team for doing all the hard work and building this for all of us. Thanks.